This is All India Radio Mangaluru. Yuvavani. Dear young friends, welcome to today's English Yuvavani program. Today is August 6, Hiroshima Day, the day on which humanity went up in smoke and dust, making trauma the signature tune of human existence. On this day in 1945, the US of America dropped a nuclear bomb on the Japanese city Hiroshima, killing millions of people instantly and in the days to come. In connection with the Hiroshima Day, the students of the Department of Physics, Center for PG Studies, St. Philomena College, Puttur, now present a grim program, Hiroshima and the Inheritance of Trauma.
Good evening, dear listeners. We, the students of St. Philomena, Center for PG Studies and Research, Puttur, Department of Physics, present before you a variety program, Hiroshima and the Inheritance of Trauma, in connection with Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. On this day, in 1945, the American Air Force detonated an uranium bomb named Little Boy over Hiroshima, which had an explosive equal to 15,000 tons of TNT. And 3 days later, a plutonium bomb named Fat Man exploded over Nagasaki, which leveled 6.7 square kilometers of the city. These explosions killed more than 2 lakh people by the end of 1945. The extent of damage in Hiroshima and Nagasaki made it nearly impossible to provide aid. In Hiroshima and Nagasaki, most of the victims died without any care to ease their suffering. Some of those who entered the cities after the bombing to provide assistance also died from the radiation. It takes around 10 seconds for the fireball from a nuclear explosion to reach its maximum size, but the effects last for decades and span across generations. This skit is dedicated to all those who lost their lives in the tragedy of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Sadako, where are you, dear? Look here who has come.
Hi, Izumi auntie.
Hey, my child, look what I have brought for you.
Wow, chocolates. It's my favorite. Thank you, auntie.
Then how was your travel to Tokyo, Izumi? You look like you have lost your weight, dear.
I visited few shrines and gave my offerings. I feel tired traveling even just for half an hour. This was not the condition earlier.
Yes, the climate is also the reason, dear. It's getting worse year by year.
I remember visiting here when I was a kid. We played by the river, planted few plants, and also the air was so fresh back then.
I know. The city is not the same as before. This is all because of the war and bombing that happened 10 years ago.
Mom,
Sadako, what happened, dear? Are you okay?
Sadako, what happened? It seems like unconsciousness. Let's take her to the hospital.
Doctor, this is an emergency.
Sister,
Doctor sir, what happened to my child?
sit down, ma'am. Everything is in God's hand.
Doctor, please tell me what happened to my child. Is everything okay with her?
Ma'am, take care of your child now. I will talk to you later.
Okay, doctor.
Sister, call the patient's aunt to my cabin.
Okay, doctor. Madam, doctor is calling you.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes, ma'am. Please come in. Take your seat.
Thank you, doctor. Doctor, what is wrong with Sadako?
Ma'am, fulfill all her dreams and keep her happy. Because her death is very near. We are trying our best for now.
Why? What happened to Sadako?
Ma'am, Sadako is having leukemia. It's a type of blood cancer.
Cancer? How it is possible? She is just a kid.
This is because of nuclear explosion that took place 8 years ago. This is not only the case of this child. Everyone are suffering. Adults, old age people and even kids also. I am treating patients since the explosion. It has become a very common nowadays.
But why? Why Sadako? She is a loving child.
I am very sorry, ma'am. We humans are curious beings. We discover, innovate, experiment and even destroy also. Human greed and hunger for power is the cause for everything.
Sophia, I'm so happy. My dream of years has come true. I feel very much relaxed today.
Yes, Robert. I too feel happy for you. Your hard work deserves it.
But it's not only my hard work. There are many hands behind it. Product for all this, Becquerel's radioactivity.
And Marie Curie's discovery of radium and polonium. She is an extraordinary scientist.
Yes, obviously, she is an extraordinary scientist. Her work played a vital role in my invention. This completely changed our understanding of radioactivity.
Though they contributed, your work is, above all that, your invention will become a milestone in the future inventions.
Sophia, I'm quite worried. Hope this invention won't harm us.
No, Robert. Your focus was also on the development of technology. Your work is never going to be misused.
But, Sophia...
Hey, Robert, don't be silly. In the future, the problem of energy source is completely going to be solved. The darkness will completely vanish in America. America will lead the world.
Are you saying the other countries are going to be slave of us? Isn't it too evil?
Look, Robert, the world is moving ahead of us. There is no good and evil. There is only power, and these two weak to seek it.
And in the case the bomb is exploded, accidentally or intentionally, the effect is unimaginable. It will be a great impact to humans and humankind forever.
Robert, the info has been already sent to the president. Time is running. We have a conference now. Let's move.
Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 during war was forgiven by former peace-loving American President Roosevelt. But the newly appointed President Truman is to chair a crucial meeting in White House today morning.
Sir, the Japanese military has completely failed to attack our military base and 2 of their islands have been captured. Japan's civil defense is definitely proving inadequate. The energy aircraft is continuously getting fuel issues and technical problems, sir.
That sounds good.
But sir, I have received the information for the agents that Japan is conducting nuclear weapon tests.
In that case, I order you to carry the nuclear bombing Manhattan Project on Japan's significant city.
The military and industrial headquarters of Japan, Hiroshima, is the best target, sir. Also the alternate target, Nagasaki.
Then the rest is left for you.
Big shock to the world. America attacks Japan. Today at 8:15 am, the American plane named Enola took off from Titan Island into the Pacific towards Hiroshima, Japan with the nuclear warhead loaded. Hiroshima is an industrial and port city built on the river delta in the Seattle Inland Sea. The plane dropped to nuclear warhead from the height of 9,470 meters into the heart of the city and quickly turned back to get away from the city. Just after 43 seconds to the nuclear warhead at an altitude of about 580 meters before even reaching the ground exploded over Hiroshima. Within seconds, the energy released from the splitting of uranium atom first caused a blinding flash of light and was followed by intense heat. The Earth's temperature had risen to 4,000 degrees Celsius, and these flame storms traveled for 40 meters per second and instantly spread out into the heart of Hiroshima. Everything melted instantly, including people. About 80,000 have lost their lives within seconds. Even the hardest solid objects had turned into sand. An 18-kilometer long, 59,000 feet mushroom cloud had formed, and simultaneously incredible amount of radiation were scattered everywhere. 70% of the buildings in the city had been either destroyed or damaged. Will Japan surrender? Or what will be the fate of World War II? The next updates will be at 2:30 p.m. Goodbye.
Izumi, what did the doctor say? Please tell me what happened to Sadako.
I am sorry, Fujiko. Our loving child has diagnosed with leukemia and we have only 100 days with her.
Oh God, why did you do this to my child? You're so cruel. My child, and she has thousands of dreams. How can I fulfill them in 100 days?
God is really cruel, but it is not only Sadako. Many people are dying in Japan. It is all because of cruel, powerful people try to conquer the world. They eat our flesh and let us bleed. Only we poor and innocent people suffer.
Think about the generations and to say we want to make it a better world for our children and our children's children so that they know it's a better world for them and think if they can make it a better place. There's a place in your heart and I know that it is love, and this place, it was brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you find there's no need to cry. In this place, you feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and start living. Then it feels that always love's enough for its growing. Make a better world, make a better world. Heal the world, make it better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. And the dream we would conceived in will reveal a joyful face. And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace. Then why do we keep strangling life on this earth crucified soul? Though it's plain to see this world is heavenly, be God's glory. We could fly so high, let our spirit never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my brothers. Create a world with no fear, together we cry happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for Make me. a better place. You and for Make a me. better place. You and for Make a me. better place. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children.
Hi Sadako, how are you?
Hi Sakura, you see it by yourself, right? Look at my hands, look at my legs, look at those birds outside. I had dreams to fly in the sky and catch the stars like that birds. But look at my condition now. I can't even step out of this bed.
Sadako, don't be sad. Do you know one thing?
What?
If you make 1,000 paper cranes, then the God will listen to you and will give you all your strength back. And all your wishes will also be fulfilled.
Is it? Then I will start making the cranes from this moment itself.
And I will help you too.
Okay. And then I can fly again and I can reach the sky and see the beautiful butterflies and touch the stars.
Okay. Now you should forget that and let's play some good games.
Then let's play Pikachu game.
Okay, let's start.
Pikachu! Pikachu up, Pikachu down, Pikachu middle. Enough. Let's play another game. Stone, paper, scissor. Stone, paper, scissor. Oh, we did same.
Let's do again.
Stone, paper, scissor.
I won.
Okay, enough Sakura. Let's do cranes so I can live longer and enjoy every moment in my life. Yay!
Hiroshima, all the way along. Speak the magic word to Hiroshima, let the sky explode. Hiroshima, Hiroshima. There is a shadow of a man at Hiroshima, where he passed the moon. In the wonderland at Hiroshima, where he died too soon. And the world remembers his name, remembers the place was he. Fly the little bird to Hiroshima, all the way along. Speak the magic word to Hiroshima, let the sky explode. And the world remembers his place, remembers the flame was Hiroshima, 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 Hiroshima.
Sadako Sasaki took her last breath and her friend was wrong. But all of this was decided on the day of war. America didn't care about lives, and how could they spare a paper cranes? Today, Sasaki is known as tragic heroine of Hiroshima attack. In memory of her, the Japanese built a statue of Sasaki with a paper crane on hand. Today, thousands of Japanese children visit the Sasaki statue on August 6th, the anniversary of atomic attack, and 25th October, her death anniversary. They also show their love by dedicating a paper crane to her memorial and pray for world peace. Now, the number of paper cranes near her statue is more than 1 crore per year. All of these cranes have only one demand, that is, no more such a terrible attack. The swords of nuclear weapons still hang over mankind enough to carry out many more Hiroshima attacks. But in order to avoid such an attack and secure world peace, the heads of nations come up with an agreement which prevents the nuclear war. The discovery of radioactivity by Henry Becquerel in 1896 initiates a special branch of physics which is a major turning point in the scientific world. And Marie Curie's investigation further developed this area. Later, scientists like Otto Hahn, Chadwick, Rutherford, and Einstein and many joined these, and they worked for the enrichment of science. All of them never thought of killing even an ant through their invention. Even when American former President Roosevelt appointed Robert Oppenheimer as a head of the Nuclear Research Center, he had no intention of killing the people. Robert invented atomic bomb with the aim of producing large amount of energy and to eliminate darkness from the world. But he had fear of misusing it, as he quotes the lines of Bhagavad Gita, "Today I am death and the destroyer of the world." The science is developed for the empowerment of world, but when it is misused, entire scientific community breaks down. The onus is on us not to misuse science. The onus is on us to use science for the welfare of the human civilization. Dear friends, you have been listening to a heart-wrenching program, Hiroshima and the Inheritance of Trauma, presented by us, the students of Department of Physics, St. Philomena Center for Post-Graduation Studies and Research, Puttur. The participants are Savita M.S., Bhavya D'Souza, Anaga R., Ananya Rai S., Kavyashri B., Nalini M., Pallavi Bekal, Pavan Nayak N., Pramita D., Samprita B., Shraddha G.S., Srivatsa Bogdekar, Shubhalakshmi, Sneha S. Rao, and myself, Radhika K.R., wishing you and the earth will live in a great future.
Dear friends, you have just heard the program Hiroshima and the Inheritance of Trauma, presented by the students of the Department of Physics, Center for PG Studies, St. Philomena College, Puttur. This is today's English Uvani program. See you next time. Thank you.